Hello guys, and welcome to another video on DJ Vlogs, and welcome back to the 26th episode of the Now Update. Today we have quite a lot to talk about, so let's jump in with all the latest Now That Cycle music news and updates. So first of all, I usually talk about the albums that are due to be released or that are upcoming to be released. Now Music this week have announced two albums that are due to come out very soon. I wasn't expecting Now Music to announce any albums just yet. I thought the earliest would probably be at the end of January going into February, but they've already announced some albums, so I'll go through this now. So the first album that we have is Now Decades of Love. That is out on the 22nd of January, so this Friday. In just a few days that album is out, and of course with these two albums you can pre-order. I'll leave links in the description down below. And moving on to the next album, the next one is Now Glam Pop 70s, and that is out the week after on the 29th of January. And again, you can also pre-order that album. There'll be a link in the description down below. I can't wait for these two albums. I was so surprised they'd announced albums already. It was a bit of a shock to me that they'd already announced these, but I cannot wait for these two albums to come out. I have done videos on them, so if you want to see things like the track list, the artwork, check out my previous videos in which I did go through the artwork and track list for these two albums. Now normally I talk about the new songs that have been added to the Now Music app, but the Now Music app has gone. It closed down quite a few months ago on the 31st of October, so on Halloween it closed down, and there's still no word on whether the app is going to return. Hopefully it does, but we still don't know if it will. And of course, as I've been talking about in the last couple of Now updates, I've been talking about an offer that Now Music are running, the 20% off any Now album when you visit the Now Music store and you use code NOW20, but they are no longer running this offer. This offer has finished. You can no longer use the 20% off Now albums. If you did use the offer, that's great, because I know a lot of people were talking about using the offer and saying how good it was, so hopefully you did use the offer. It was a pretty good offer, but unfortunately that offer is no longer running. Now I'm going to move on and talk about all the Now albums in the official Top 50 compilation album chart. This is where I look at all the Now Music albums in the official Top 50 compilation album chart, which of course is updated every Friday, and I upload these episodes every Monday. So at number 2 we have Now Music 107. It hasn't dropped down since last week. It's at exactly the same place. Hopefully it can work its way back up next week. I know I said this in the last Now update, and I hoped that this week it would have gone up to number 1, but it's still at number 2. I really do want that album to go back up to number 1. Normally a lot of Now albums stay at number 1 for quite a few weeks. I mean, I think that spent about 5 weeks at number 1, so that's pretty good, but hopefully it can go up and stay at number 1, or go up to number 1 next week. Then at 12 we have Now 100 Hits The Legends. At 18 we have Now 100 Hits 90s number 1s. At 21 we have Now 100 Hits 60s number 1s. At 26 we have Now 100 Hits Decade 2010s. At 27 we have Now 100 Hits 80s number 1s. At 32 we have Now Cycle Music 7 the re-released edition. At 42 we have Now 100 Hits Sing Along. At 46 we have Now Cycle Music 106. And at 49 we have Now 100 Hits Car Songs. So those are all the Now albums in the official Top 50 compilation album chart, which is updated every Friday, and I upload these episodes every Monday. So this week there are only 10 Now albums in the official Top 50 compilation album chart. I think last week there was 8, so we've still got an there's 2 albums that have moved up that weren't in the top 50 that are now are. So that's good. I think quite a few albums have moved up. A couple of them have moved down a few places, but I really do hope more albums can move up. I mean, before Christmas there were there were loads and loads of albums in the top 50, and now there's only 10. Hopefully more next week. Hopefully more can work their way up the chart. So that's it for today's video. I hope you have enjoyed. If you have, please make sure you give it a massive thumbs up. It'd be massively appreciated if you do. Also make sure you subscribe and enable notifications to be notified every time I see a new video, and make sure to follow my Instagram, my Twitter and my Snapchat. That'll be just beside right there, and links to all my social media will be in the description down below. Make sure to follow on all of them. And guys, I'll see you soon for another YouTube video.